Welcome back to Book Talk. For today's segment, we'll be talking about The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. I got The Ocean at the End of the Lane in my Christmas stocking one year. I'd never heard of it nor read anything else written by Neil Gaiman, though I knew he was the mastermind behind Coraline, and I love that movie. Still haven't read the book, but it's on my list. Anyway, it took me a while to get past the prologue. Years, in fact. It just didn't seem like something I'd be interested in. It was kind of boring if I'm being completely honest. Oh, how wrong I was. The description on the back of the book does not do it justice. It gives you the most basic description possible, but it's so much better. I don't want to give away any details because I feel like the reason it was so good was that you thought it was going to be boring. And now I will read a section of the book that will hopefully entice you to read it if you haven't already. The pond was smaller than I remembered. There was a little wooden shed on the far side, and, by the path, an ancient, heavy wooden metal bench. The peeling wooden slats had been painted green a few years ago. I sat on the bench and stared at the reflection of the sky in the water, at the scum of duckweed at the edges and in half-dozen lily pads. Every now and again I tossed a hazelnut into the middle of the pond that Letty Hemstock had called. It wasn't the sea, was it? She would be older than I am now, Letty Hemstock. She was only a handful of years older than I was back then, for all her funny talk. She was 11. I was... What was I? It was after the bad birthday party. I knew that. So I would have been 7. I wondered if we had ever fallen in the water. Had I pushed her into the duck pond, that strange girl who lived in the farm at the bottom of the lane? I remembered her being in the water. Perhaps she had pushed me in too. Where did she go? America? No, Australia. That was it. Somewhere a long way away. And it wasn't the sea, it was the ocean. Letty Hemstock's ocean. I remembered that, and remembering that, I remembered everything. I give The Ocean at the End of the Lane 5 stars. It was probably one of the greatest books I have read in a while. Just trust me and read the book. You won't regret it. If you have read The Ocean at the End of the Lane, let me know what you think of it. Do you agree with me, or do you have a different opinion? I'd love to hear. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time on Book Talk.